Good morning, students. Unit 1 Pedagogy of Computer Science. Aim and objectives of teaching computer science. Did you know computer is an abbreviation for Common Operating Machines, particularly used for trade, education, and research? The next, meaning of computer science. The computer science is the study of computers and computing as well as the theoretical and practical application is one of the theoretical and practical applications of meaning of computer science. And next, nature and scope of computer science. The nature, the access to expert and respected peers, one-to-one and much communication, active learner participations, linking a new learning to concept of the job problems and feedback and implementations. Then scope, the scope of computer science, software developers, hardware engineers, system designer, system analyzers, networking engineers, DBA. DBA means database administrator. Then scope of other field of computer science, traffic controls, electronic money, electronic office, industrial application, telephones, trade, medicines, education, visual communication. These all are scope of other field of computer science. The next topic, the need and significance of teaching computer science. The need to know the world around us, to develop the skills by using the internet, self confidence, they understand the natural phenomena clearly, to apply the mathematical concept and principles of new situations, to find alternate method the solving the problems. Then significations, modernization of education, improving students performance, learning, job skills, efficiency, research. These all are significance of computer science. Then values of teaching computer science, practical values, social values, disciplinary values, cultural values, and moral values. These 5 types of values of teaching computer science. The next heading is aims and objectives of teaching computer science in schools. There is the 3 levels: knowledge, skills, interest, and attitude. The knowledge is children's acquired, the skills, ability children's attain, the interest children develop, then attitude children's mainest. The names of teaching computer science as a subject in our schools: utilization of aims, intellectual or mental developmental aim, disciplinary aim, cultural aim, moral aim, aesthetic aim, social aim, vocational aim, interdisciplinary aim, problem solving aim. These all are aims of teaching computer science subject. Then aims of teaching computer science in schools and the concepts, information, and skills. They immediately used and applied. Then training for developing skills in handling effectively equipment and tools. Develop computer science related attitudes. Then changes in the behavior of the students, the aims of computer science, objectives, what the know, knowledge extends, how the think, process of thinking changes, how the feel, process of feeling changes, how the work, methods of working change. Then objectives of education, definitions. A meaningful objectives is one that communicates effectively to the reader and instructional intent behavior of the objectives as well as learning outcomes. Crown Lud definitions of objectives. The objectives of teaching computer science aims, acting with an aims is all one of the acting intellectually. John Dewey. Objectives of teaching computer science in schools. These are successful professionals have a broad knowledge, thinking independently, then acquire knowledge and continue their development, apply scientific and engineering methodology to the design, implementation, analysis, and evaluation, communicate effectively both orally and in writing, and collaborative effectively in terms, are prepared for the ethical, social, global issues associated with the computing field. The aims and objectives of teaching computer science in schools, different stages, two stages in computer science school stage. high school level, then higher secondary level. The high school level means maintaining interest, developing the habits of observations, developing the child of power of manipulation, developing the ability to reach generalization, understanding the impact of computer science on our way of life, developing interest in hobbies related to computer. Then second level, higher secondary level. This level understanding the impact of computer science on society, the develop scientific attitude, knowledge, belief, critical thinking, intellectual honesty, open mindedness, the a broad knowledge of the fundamental areas of the computer science obtained employed in the computer field, develop a plan for professional development. This second higher secondary level of computer science stages. Difference between aims and objectives. The aims are long term goals, then objectives are short term goals. The aims are broad and common, then objectives are narrow and specific. Then aims for philosophy, sociology in main sources of aim. Then objectives, psychology is the main sources of the objectives. And the aims is there are different to achieve. Objective is that can be obtained convertly. These cannot evaluated aims. The objectives that can be evaluated. The aim is schools, society and nation and responsible to achieve them. Then objective is generally teacher is only responsible. The aims are non-observable. Then objectives are observable behaviors. To achieve aims we have to go behind the curriculum. The objectives are achieving within the curriculum. Then instructional objectives and behavioral objectives. First one, instructional objectives. These are helpful to the teacher as well as the learner throughout the learning process and invaluable in evaluation process. The point of lesson plan. Before start teaching, teacher must be guided by the instructional objectives. The instructional objectives, three domains of learning: cognitive domain, affective domain, psychomotor domain. These are 3 H's: head, heart, hand. Cognitive, affective, psychomotor, the three base of domains. The purpose of writing instructional objectives: the outcome of instructions in terms of tasks that the students will be able to perform, establish and expectation for the students, focus course development, teaching activities on relevant information and skills, provide a clear reason for teaching, indicate how success can be measured. Then importance of instructional objectives, learning outcomes, educational authorities, parents, instructional intent to students, parents and educational authorities, evaluating students' learning by the performance to be measured, behavioral changes expected from the learner after with the learning activities. These are the three domains of learning: cognitive, affective and psychomotor domains. Then behavior objectives is learning activities, learning performance, learning outcome. The examples of behavior objectives: knowledge, comprehension, application. Knowledge means remembering previously learners' facts. Then comprehension means ability to understand. The application means ability to use previously learned materials in new situations. The motivations of behavior learning. Behavior learning, only positive reinforcement can be motivates for the students. Purpose of behavior learning: guided for teacher to design of instruction, the teacher for evaluation, learner relative to learning focus, the learner relative to self-assessment, making the teacher more directed and organized. The examples of behavioral learning: general objectives, then specific objectives. These are aim and objectives of teaching computer science in our schools. Next heading is Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives. These are broad classification of objectives are further classified in a hierarchical manner from a simple to complex level. This goal, educational objectives, means learning experience, change or behavior. These are evidence. Cognitive domain. This cognitive domain is area of knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. These are cognitive domain. The first one, knowledge, refers to remembering and recognizing something previously encountered without necessary understanding, use, or change it. Then comprehensive refers to understanding without necessary relating to the anything else. This knowledge and comprehension. Then application objectives that are related to using observation in the particular situation. The application means using a general concept to solve the particular problems. Then analyzes objectives that related to breaking of a whole into the parts and the elements of relationship and organization principles. Analyzing means breaking something down into parts. This analyzing the applications. Synthesis objectives, they're putting the parts of together a new from such a unique communication plan for operation and set of abstraction relation synthesis. This means creating something new by combining different area. The evaluations is feedback, judgment in the terms of internal evidence, the external criteria. Then cognitive thinking skills can be developed. The evaluations, the objectives evaluation, highest objectives which can be facilitates the higher level of learning. The above 6 objectives are the arranged for the lower to higher level. Then affective domain, the 1964 divided the affective domain in the 5 major categories: receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, and characterizing. These are 5 types of 5 major categories of cognitive domain. Then the receiving objectives refer to learner sensitivity to the extent of stimuli, with include awarenesses, willingnesses to receive the selected attention. The receiving awarenesses, willingnesses, and controlled select schemes. The responding, the objectives refers to the learner's active attention to stimulus such as acceptance, willings, response, and feeling of the satisfactions. Then valuing, these objectives level to learners' beliefs and attitudes of words such as acceptance, performance, and commitment. These are the responding. Then valuing, then organizations relative internalization of the values and beliefs, which include the concept nations of value system. This characterizes of behavior that reflects generalized set of values and the characterizations of philosophy of our life. Then psychomotor domain. Now, they 1960 developed psychomotor domain with the following 5 objectives of coordination. First one, imitation, manipulation, perception, articulation, natural relations. This is first one, lowest level of psychomotor objectives. Then manipulations, behavior involves following directions, performance, and operations. Then perfection, the level of reproduction of the operation with speed and ability of control increase and decrease or modify his action the response of requirement. The articulation objectives when the ability to handle the number of actions. This control perfection. The natural relations when psychomotor domain includes automations and interrelations. Here behavior becomes more or less mechanical without any conscious thinking and planning. It consists of physical ability objectives, naturalizations. Then instructional objectives, taxonomy objectives based about the mentioned cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain are summarized for the planning instructions by the teacher: knowledge, understanding, application, skills, interest, and attitude. The developed nature of all 6 instructional objectives, the develop of lower level objective, become essential for the development at just higher level objectives. The principles of steered the instructional objectives, the student behavior, should be related the content, the behavior outcomes, then unity form, then realistic and attainable, to be clear and precise, and through the action verbs they arranged the simple to complex. These all are the instructional objectives: knowledge, understanding, application, skills, interest and attitude. These are instructional objectives. Then specific objectives, Mangal 2002, personality is a complex blended of the constantly evolving and changing pattern of one's unique behavior, emerging as a result of one's interaction with one's environment and directed towards some specific standards. This personality to development to personality objectives, meaning the terms of specifications: cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain. The cognitive means evaluations in knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluations. Knowledge receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, characterization is the affective domain. Then imitation, manipulation, perception, articulation, accelerations, these all are psychomotor domain. Then next heading is revised Bloom taxonomy. In 1990, Lawrence Anderson, former student of Bloom's, revised the taxonomy and made the number of changes. The Bloom taxonomy means knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation. Then revised Bloom taxonomy: remembering, understanding, analyze, applying, analyzing. Synthesis is creating, evaluation is evaluating. The next heading, interrelated among the domains. These are all same domain: cognitive, affective, psychomotor domain. Cognitive domain, the interrelation means new knowledge. Affective domain, we give motivations. Then psychomotor domain, the motor skills, sensory organs, hair, eye, the sensory organs. The correlation between computer science, next heading, correlation between computer science and other subjects. What is other subject related to the correlations in computer science? Mathematics and computer science, engineering and computer science, physics and computer science, chemistry and computer science and biology, computer science and history, computer science and language. These all are correlations between computer science in other subjects used for computer science. Then they revised for the 5 mark questions, then 10 marks question. These all are unit 1. Students, thank you.